Okay, welcome back to step 6 of the folding stool, and here is a list of the procedures. So today we're going to learn ripping at the table saw. So you would have already seen the demonstration and written the safety test, and once you've got all this set up, you can call me over and I can watch you do some of your ripping. All right, so number 1, we're going to set the blade height. So blade height, if you recall, is we're always looking to set the bottom of the gullet up to the bottom of the gullet to the top of the wood, which is about 1/2 inch or 12 millimeters. Check. Ensure splitter. So the previous person didn't use the splitter, so we're going to take the splitter, and remember that these little dangly teeth thing should face on to the right side, facing the fence. So we want to slip that in, and we want to make sure that's tight. And we've got our little wrench here, so we put that on there, righty-tighty, and tighten that up. Jam, tighten that up like so, and then reinsert our throat insert, making sure that it's sitting flush and even there. Number 2, adjust the parallel fence so it's 52 millimeters from the right of the tooth. So there's a couple ways you can do that. Right now I'm showing you with here's the metric scale right there. There's 50, second line over is 52 millimeters. So I adjust the fence using the micro adjustment and set it up so it's at 52 millimeters, like so. Or conversely, I could use my metric tape measure and I could measure it like so. All right. Number 4, set up the feather board. There are 2 different types. I went over this in the demo, but just so you remember, there are the same model, but there is one that's set up for big width ripping, and then there's small width ripping. So they are set up. They're similar, but they're set up a little bit different. So in my case here, I have this board here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it in here. Notice that I've got the reference edge over there, and this probably is a big width ripping, so I'm going to bring this over like so. Sometimes there isn't enough room to accommodate for a big width ripping, so I loosen that up, and we'll see whether or not, yep, in our case it does. So remember that the feather board should never be past the blade. So I bring it in like so. I follow the directions. I tighten up the 2 wing nuts to expand it in the track so it doesn't move. And then I come over here, making sure I put quite a lot of pressure and load it in. So there's pressure against the feathers. And the test for this is it should be easy to push in, but difficult to pull back. And make sure that also that you're setting this up for the bigger width, if there is one, from front to back. So bigger width, don't worry if it's loose on the smaller one. All right, so feather board set up. Now we're going to set up we're going to pull up the guards here, like so. So here are the guards, and you'll notice that wherever we can, we'd like to have both guards, but the right side guard gets in the way. So we're going to keep that out of the way because in this case it's safer. And number 6, have the long handled push stick ready on the fence. So this is our push stick here that I've chosen. Remember that I have the X's here because I don't want you to use it holding it there. I want you to hold it at the end. And we want to make sure that we have 90 degrees onto the face and the end of the wood. Okay? So now we're ready to rip, and usually you'd have a support person at the back to catch. In this case, I'm just going to run it on the floor. So I'm ready to go. I got my push stick, I got my eye protection on, and the guards are all tight, my fence is tight, and I'm ready to go. Okay, so here we go. I turn the machine on. Remember that you're having your top hand to keep the wood down, and my pinky finger and my thumb are pushed in. So like this, and at the back. As I get to this point, I stop, hold, pick up my push stick, make sure it's against the fence, push through, move this hand over so I can lean on it, push the material through. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take over my leftover piece, I'm going to take it over to the jointer, I'm going to joint the edge that's just been cut, and then I can come back here and readjust the fence to do the next one. Okay, so on and so on. Make sure now that you're going to rename your pieces at the end. Thank you for listening.